So guys, what's going on? Manny Pacquiao has given an interview with Fight Hub TV, and his fight is approaching very fast, guys. 21st of August. Guys, I will try doing a live stream tomorrow, probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I know I've been a bit busy last couple of days, but I will try get that live stream out tomorrow, because I haven't done one for well, this is the 4th day I haven't done one. Tomorrow's going to be the 5th day, so hopefully we'll get a live stream in tomorrow, because I feel like I need to do live streams every like I said, I want to get it at least. Let's see if I can do 4 on the trot. Let's see if I can do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to try. Let's see if I can get 4 days on the trot and get these live streams, because I want to do a lot of live streams. You know, I feel like the live streams are good, and it gives you guys an opportunity rather than you just listening to me speak. I feel like it gives you guys an opportunity to come on and give your thoughts, and I like speaking to you guys anyway. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow, definitely try getting a live stream. I was going to do one today. I was just exhausted. You know, putting these videos out and then doing other stuff as well. Sometimes you just get exhausted and you can't be asked. But definitely I will, you know, I know some YouTubers that do live stream literally every day. I don't know how they do it, and for a couple of hours as well. It's difficult. It is difficult. Very, very difficult. It takes a lot out of you, especially when you're putting out videos as well and you're recording content like I do consistently. It does get draining. It does get tough. But yeah, 100% tomorrow we'll try get a live stream out, and we'll try to hopefully do a live stream continuously for the next couple of days. Let's see if I can, you know, do it. But yeah, getting onto the topic, Manny Pacquiao has said that he's fighting the best to add to his legacy, and Mayweather's fighting YouTubers. Now, Manny Pacquiao said that I want to fight the best still, because the guy, Marcus Vegas, asked him, why are you still fighting? You've got nothing to prove. You're a Hall of Famer. And Manny Pacquiao replied that I still want to fight the best. I still want to add to my legacy. And I think it shows the drive of Pacquiao. And I think we all know the reason. And then he got asked a question about Mayweather. He basically got asked a question that, you know, Mayweather said that you're fighting because you need the money. And you have to fight. And Manny Pacquiao responded. He goes, I could fight against a YouTuber. I could fight against a guy that's not good and an easy win. But he goes, I want to fight the best. He goes, Floyd is fighting a YouTuber for money, basically. Because he goes, that doesn't add to my legacy. That basically, he got asked by Marcus Vegas. We'll come on to the Floyd bit in a minute. But he basically got asked, why don't you take an easy fight? You could have an easy fight, this, that, and the other. He goes, well, what does that really do for my legacy? It doesn't do anything for my legacy. It doesn't do anything for my legacy, fighting an easy fight. Now, we do know that Manny Pacquiao was in negotiations with Conor McGregor, you know. But the fact of the matter is he took Errol Spence. And let's not forget, a lot of people said that Manny Pacquiao won't fight Errol Spence. How many people said after, you know, I remember on my channel, there was a lot of Spence fans that were saying Manny won't fight Errol Spence. Manny won't go near Errol Spence. But he did. And I think that shows the drive and the hunger and the fact that he wants to add to his legacy. He wants to be one of the greatest. And he's still relevant at this age. He's still relevant. And he wants to prove to everyone that he's the greatest. And I think that's what's driving Pacquiao. The legacy of fighting the best. I think he knows he's an underdog. But it's the fact that he knows if he was to beat Spence, what it does for his legacy, what it does, you know, for his standing in history. I think that's what's motivating Pacquiao. It's not so much the money. The money is obviously great. But then Manny Pacquiao said a great point, which obviously none of us have ever even really mentioned, is that there's one thing fighting a YouTuber. And this is when, you know, the Marcus Vegas said that, you know, Floyd said he was fighting for money. He goes, well, I'm fighting the best to add for my legacy. He goes, I could fight anybody, a YouTuber, for money. And he goes, that's what Floyd is doing. He goes, if I'm the one that's fighting the best and he's fighting a YouTuber, he's the one that's fighting for money, not for me. I'm fighting to add to my legacy, not for money. He's the one that's fighting a YouTuber for money. Because like Manny Pacquiao said, what will fighting a YouTuber do for my legacy? Nothing. It's not the fact that it'll damage his legacy. It won't damage it. It doesn't damage Mayweather's legacy. But the fact is that Mayweather's fighting a YouTuber for money. There's no other sole reason for Mayweather to fight Logan Paul. It's for the money. He's not fighting Logan Paul so then people will say, oh, he fought Logan Paul to add to his legacy. It doesn't add to his boxing achievements or boxing legacy. It's just basically a money fight. The same with Conor McGregor, the same with the Tenzin, and the same with Logan Paul. It's not to add to his legacy, is it? Whereas Manny Pacquiao fighting Errol Spence is adding to Manny's legacy. It's not so much for money. Now, Mayweather said that we don't know Manny's financial situation. I'm pretty sure Manny's financially very comfortable and he's in a great place. But what Manny Pacquiao said there, he hit the nail on the head, that I'm not the one that's fighting a YouTuber. I'm fighting Errol Spence to add to my legacy. And who knows, a fight with Manny and Conor McGregor may have generated Manny more money. And here's the thing, if Conor McGregor had beaten Dustin Poirier, maybe that fight with Manny Pacquiao may have happened and then we may have had a completely different conversation. But the fact of the matter is he didn't, and the fact of the matter is the fight between Pacquiao and McGregor didn't happen, and Pacquiao's now ended up fighting Spence. Now, is that because that's his best financial offer out there? Possibly. But nevertheless, it still adds to his legacy. He's still fighting the best. And still, if he was to beat Errol Spence, that would, he'd go down, in history, he's putting him his place right at the top. So I think you've got to give Manny Pacquiao credit. I think his drive to continue to fight the best, and he's done it for a while now. He's done it for a while. How many times has Manny Pacquiao, continued? He fought Keith Thurman. And let's be honest, at that time, Keith Thurman was dangerous. Nobody thought that Manny would beat Keith Thurman. There was many boxing fans at the time said that Keith Thurman's going to win that fight. I know people now say, oh no, Thurman was, no. You didn't think Thurman was going to, you did not think Pacquiao was going to beat Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was seen as a favorite in that fight, and Keith Thurman was supposed to retire Manny Pacquiao, and he couldn't do it. But then everybody said, oh, Thurman is sharp. Well, Thurman was undefeated. Yeah, I know his fight prior against Lopez wasn't great, but nevertheless, it was still a tough fight for Manny. Thurman was hardly washed up. You look at how tough the fight was. So I think you've got to give Manny Pacquiao a lot of credit for what he's doing and what he's done in the sport of boxing, and the fact that he's still fighting the best. Whether it's because now Errol Spence is his biggest financial opportunity, it's irrelevant. The fact is he's right. It's adding to his legacy. Floyd Mayweather's fighting a YouTuber, and the sole purpose of that is just to make money, It's not adding to Mayweather's legacy. Even if Manny Pacquiao is fighting for the money, well, he's adding to his legacy and he's making a good payday. Whereas Floyd now is just fighting solely for the money. It's just, an opportunity for him to make easy money. And as Pacquiao said, he could do that as well. Because Pacquiao could. He wouldn't, listen, Pacquiao can and cannot do that. Pacquiao will not make as much money as Floyd Mayweather because he doesn't, fighting a YouTuber, I'm not sure he would. But he would still make a lot of money. And he could make, like him against McGregor, Pacquiao against McGregor would be a massive fight. I don't know whether now after McGregor's performances, but at that time, it would have been a massive fight, and Pacquiao would have made huge money fighting McGregor. Would have made huge money. It would have been a lot of money. Might have not been Floyd money, but it would have been a lot of money. And probably a lot more money than Spence. So the fact of the matter is, Manny might still go on to do that after if the fight doesn't go well for him against Spence. He may go on to fight a YouTuber, or maybe go on to fight McGregor or MMA. Who knows? Who knows? But he's doing it the hard way. Because let's be honest, this is the toughest fight he could take right now. At this stage in his career, Errol Spence is unbelievable. If he pulls this off, let's be honest, this would be far more incredible because there's even less or even fewer people that give him a chance against Errol Spence. So if he pulls this off, this ranks very high, one of the greatest wins in boxing history. Not just that, it's putting Manny Pacquiao's legacy and putting him on another level. I don't know what people will say and think if Pacquiao beats Spence. Will they say he's the greatest ever? I don't know. He's got to do it first. If he does beat him, it's going to be great to see where people rank Manny. Some people already think he's a GOAT. I think after that, if he was to win, people will definitely have him up there. And what a career, what a way to... I think if Manny fights and beats Spence, he should retire. Because just imagine going out on the top. See, I wouldn't want to see Pacquiao get knocked out and go out, you know, like that. I would rather see Pacquiao, if he was... Again, it's a big if because he's fighting Spence in 20 days or so. 18 days or whatever it is left. And most people see him getting stopped. A lot of people think he'll get beat, regardless whether it's a stoppage or whatever. It's gonna be interesting to see what Manny Pacquiao decides to do if he was to lose and if he was to win. I'm intrigued to see because, like I said, Pacquiao's been, since I've been watching boxing, he's been a main reason why I've been watching. So it's going to be interesting to see somebody that I have watched and had such a affection for so many years, what he finally decides to do. I remember when after the Bradley fight, he made a decision where he was going to retire, I think, after the Bradley fight. But it didn't feel like he was going to retire. I felt like he was not going to retire. It wasn't the right time. But I do think now he's at the stage with the stuff that he's got going outside of boxing, like the political side of things. I think, it's not, we're not, this is either his last fight or he's got two more max. And I'm not sure whether if there are two more fights, whether they'll all be at championship level. Who knows? Who knows? If he was to lose, maybe he may consider fights with guys like Khan or someone like that in the Middle East. Mikey Garcia in the Middle East, because I'm pretty sure Pacquiao would be able to generate a lot of money for fights like that over there. So that could be potential if he loses. It's going to be intriguing. It's going to be intriguing because if Pacquiao was to win, something tells me is that he'll go for Crawford. Especially if Crawford does leave Top Rank and then comes with PBC and he fights Ugas, which is probably the fight that should be made next. I know the Porter fight is being talked about, but really the fight that should be really made is Crawford-Ugas, so then we can get a unified champion there, and then the winner fights the winner of Errol Spence-Pacquiao, and I think that would be ideal for the division. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see because if Pacquiao wins, Errol's probably not going to get a rematch. So it's not a case where, who knows actually, I don't know, because Errol's obviously probably seen as more of a prize asset to Heyman, so Heyman might want to put the Pacquiao-Spence fight together. I don't know if it's in the contract. If it's in the contract, then that means the rematch will have to happen. It's going to be intriguing. It's going to be interesting to see. But what do you guys make of Manny Pacquiao's comments saying that Manny fights the best? Manny saying he fights the best and Mayweather's fighting YouTubers for money. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. I would love to know your opinion. And yeah, guys, leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.